Hello，大家好，欢迎来到 RSL Gaming 的游戏直播间。现在我们玩一个游戏叫 Divinity Original Sin。最近比较出名是那个 Voidwoken 同一个 developer 做的咯，就是2017年出的游戏。如果大家有兴趣的话，现在在 Steam 有那个 offer 了，可以来玩。我们现在就玩看看这个游戏了，很多好评的咯。看一下我的那个直播 OK 吗？OK， 可以玩了咯。玩 single player， 什么是 explorer mode？ You prefer fair but forgiving adventure？ classic 嘞，比较难一点。哦，是什么 ？Tactician regular 什么？哦 ，story mode 嘞 ，explorer mode 啦。我这个。可以创造你的那个人物 ，origin character 或是 custom hero。
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins.
OK 了，到底是什么？看一下别的有吗？这个呢 ？British personal backgrounds custom story unit test。slave no longer， 这个是这个。Slave no longer still bear the living scar your master used to dominate you.
I used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master, the bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles, and when I finally find him...
OK， 我懂。这个呢 ？Crusader Engineers Thrifty 5% bonus critical chance 10% critical modifier Corpse Eater 哇，可以 eat body parts Access memory 10% fire resistance poison resistance 7到9 fire damage leaving fire surface behind resisted by magic armor 14到15 magic armor from target character 然后自己拿到那个 My action point immediately 10% damage boost for 2 turns cost of chain equals constitution 它可以 remove 这些 negative buff。这什么是 build preset？ 哦，我可以选它做什么哈？它本来是 ranger 来的，可以三门狗那个狼，跟他讲话。
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous lone wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian.
Beast.我可以选他们做什么这个 character。哦，这个是 unique， 他们 unique 的 skill 来的，把他们变成石头。Blind, air damage, musician, play dead 很好笑 ，time up， 有 wish 的 ，dwarf。这个是什么 ？Elf, flesh sacrifice, human, lizard, undead dwarf。这个也是用 play dead。undead elf, undead human, undead lizard。Fire, sophisticated, spell song, fan， 听他讲歌。
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
很好，谢谢。Ben play that。Heal from poison, regular healing will damage you instead. And that let you heal from poison. 5% bonus critical. 要他做 wizard 吗呢 ？Fire damage。还是要他做 witch？ Elemental arrowhead. Pin down. Fatal blade. Backslash. does not break invisibility or sneaking. 变成极弱。Ranger。Metaphor。Veteran。Knight。Inquisitor。这个也 mosquito fighter。Fortified enchanter。Electric conjurer。Sorcerer。Bloodsucker。Decaying touch。Set decay so the target will take physical damage from healing spell and potion. Better match。Wizard。它是适合 Wizard 吗？感觉不适合这个，我给他做 Wizard 了。Start again。啊。try 看。
It all happened like I knew it would.
因果。
A single drop of source magic.
Mm.
And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy.
诶，怎么没有看到这个龙？
I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
刚才有没有看到个角色呢？ Lizard 就有啦。嗯，刚才应该是这个 Lizard。
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Well now, aren't you a curious sight? If I'd had a mask to hide my bones as well as yours, maybe I'd still be walking around today. Where'd you get it? There can't be many curios like that in the world.
Mortal creatures.
Ha! Fresh out of the crypt, are you? No, we are abnormal. It's why we hide in the shadows. Or walk about like you still had flesh on your bones in your case. You even have yourself a silky mortal voice.
嗯，
How much do you think I get out? All I know is there are more like you. Well, not quite like you. But sorcerers collared on this tub, all heading to Fort Joy. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine. Still, you'd best keep that mask on. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
嗯，我不能破了那个面罩啊。
How crude. I've seen more intricate design in a butcher's slab.
看在这里有什么？没有东西的。
How crude. I've seen more intricate design in a butcher's slab.
嗯，它会自动帮我 save game。看有东西吗 ？Moving object. Hold middle mouse button and move the mouse to rotate the camera. Zoom in and out using mouse scroll up. Zoom in, zoom out. 嗯。 Anti potion bolter. Cup of tea. Take off.
Junk.
To equip item, open your inventory and drag them into the machine equipment slot. I is inventory. This inventory everything you pick up is stored here. Press right mouse button on object in your inventory to find out what you can do with them. Bucket. 这是什么 ？bucket。我们戴的头那个是 bucket。哦，这样子 rate 就好，不用 double click。Combine with conceal cast skill combine with 不要了，再按一次 I 它会不见掉。没有东西。 这边看一下，点我可以漏屁不是？嗯，刚才不是讲我可以用骨头、手指骨头来漏屁啊？ Talents are characters' unique abilities and slightly change the rules for that particular characters. Level 1这bucket 没有用的，可以 drop item。 pick lock，
Fasten tight.
level 2 low 不能盖，这样子也没有地方可以去上去了。 Yes. You have discovered true chronicles. This crafting screen, select and drag item into the crafting slot. Hit combine button. Add to your recipe book. Steel. OK, craft 什么？这个加什么 ？Small potion bottle。不能够。这个是要这样子 potion， 我都没有 armor， 没有人也是没有，没有东西，钱拿掉，拿掉，是什么来的？
Empty. Empty.
Junk.
这些可以拿来卖掉啊。等下按moving content。这可以做。就刚才拿的，这个是哪里？这个是什么嘞？哦，这是刚才的地方，上去。哦，没有东西。
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
You pull out other thing around your neck, fatally demand to know why she called her. When you step by the room chat, you can tell you're on ocean class frigate, but why? Scholar 跟 Mystic。 Far out may increase the range of skill and scroll by 2 meters. Increase best attitude with strangers by 5. Cheaper. 这什么 ？On skill up. Strength in finance. Intelligent. 等一下啊。 Okay. Constitution 你的 vitality, memory shot learn skill, critical chance, detect traps, hidden treasure. Currently intelligence base attack skill 会加10% extra damage。我是 intelligent 吗 wizard？ 现在我是想 scholar 跟那个不懂你要什么意思used. So you have a long back train about shit.
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Maybe for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
Hmm. 它有个名字 fan。
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
那边可以去楼上，这边看一下什么。
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwoken followed the source that did this.
Info her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his captor.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
血从这里过去的。Bedroll。Short stick。拿下。 没有东西。啊，我不想用那个猫说。Camera stop following your party member. OK。有什么？
Ah, there you are, husband.
嗯
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all rat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take
他的小孩。
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La la la. I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here because you...
你问这个。
The Divine Order wants to know. Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy, we're trying to catch a killer here.
Pale. You can't understand what this examiner is trying to say. Pale talent. Yeah.
You're one of them. A Divine Order loyal. They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy.
Peace. 在这里。
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that. Squeak! Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back, the other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
我们全部 character 都在这里，你看。
And strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his...
Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, as well as a rather disconcerting lack of tongue and gums, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business.
第三面画 option 上 Elevator your dialogues.
Can you cook?
Raise gender and background text. Origin characters have unique origin text. Your sense of text isn't what it used to be.
Music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Stick up time through one of the holes in your grub. These provide cool in winter.
Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin. On then to my final query.
It means the upkeep of one personal appearance.
To administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance. The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
他应该喜欢贴这些
The very basics then. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions
Yeah,
answered.
valid.
As per your own testimony, you
and could tailor and groom.
I offer you my sincerest congratulations.
Shit.
As of now, you are my slave. My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your...
Jika red things.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very...
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
钱
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
我过去拿去卖嘛
Always knew you'd turn up. I'm busy watching for clues, Sorcerer. Go take your sub.
我跟你讲
The
话
scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this trampy fan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago.
他们认识。
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Not eager to bow before the great Bishop Alexander, son of the Divine himself. My sentiments exactly. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if...
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
也还有
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lays
Oh, 这个女的。
onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She looks at you in surprise when you bear an arm of bone.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow, won't I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back. You were desperate to speak up, to reach out, to form a connection with these strange creatures. But you were scared, terrified even, of what they might think of you.
Yeah.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep, so to speak.
Hmm.
Don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
"没有聊这里。
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
这里看
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done you fair and okay so far.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
等下我再过去，我要去这里看。他看这不能露皮，你看，我不喜欢用那个不喜欢用那个 middle mouse， 我有没有其他的？Option Control Interact Middle mouse button。这个都有用到嘞。Tab， 我按 Tab 会讲。哦。怎么是 toggle camera at rotate？ Camera rotate right。哦。我要瞧是要这样子瞧，有什么是没有用到的？我喜欢用这个减跟等于嘞，减跟等于是没有用到。我现在才有 OBS 才有 same stream 过去 ，excellent connection。哦。这样中间一半，你们不知道会不会有没有看到我从那个船上那边逃脱出来哈？因为我发现到我那个直播到那个船，我在调整我的那个 control 这个 set out 的时候，它好像 OBS 没有 send 那个 live 去到那个 YouTube 去嘞。可是我没有 stop streaming 啊。哦，我了解了，我了解了。我不小心按到 Stop Streaming 去。大家，如果大家看到我这个直播一半的时候，突然间发现它 Time Skip 这样，就讲说我不小心按到那个Stop Streaming 那个 Hotkey 了，我的 OBS 有设一个 Hotkey， 我按那个 Equal， 它会 Stop Streaming。现在又重新来回去了啦。真的是啊。我看我的 Control 有没有那个 Equals 的，什么时候用到 Equals 的？不可以按 Equals。因为 OBS 有一个 control setting stream output streaming setting， 应该是 hotkeys。start streaming 是 minus stop streaming 是 equal， so 看 minus equal 这边 minus equal 是用在 slot， 所以没有用到。真的是啊，不小心按到去，有点危险。
I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise.
这样子，大家我就跟大家讲，刚才那个 time skip 中间发生了什么事情，就是我们在那个船上嘛，到处探险，我有调了我的那个 control hotkey。然后就去探险，在那边船里面走到船甲板上面去，我发现有一个很大只的 Kraken 盖过去那个船呐，我们走来走去，发现有了那个小的船，坐在上面的 dwarf 还有个小孩坐在一个小船上面，他们要逃跑，可是小孩子还有下面还有人叫我下去救，我就下去救了就这些人咯。我跟他们一起打败那些 Voidwoken 之后，他们跑走，我又去救那个锁住我那个给我项链那个人。然后我没有跟他们一起逃跑去，然后船就沉了，然后我们就飘到这个追的地方呢，叫做追的 Fort 追。然后我一个人醒来，然后走，就发现了第一个 character 就是他，就跟他聊天咯。基本上是这样子啦。我在这里我又顺便调整我的 control 这样子。
I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
It's called a red wizard.
The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
I
suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
If I had traveled with you. I 我要跟他，我想戳他锐蟹。
Truly, a kind offer indeed, and you've already proved fine. I have on one condition, for reasons I'll not disclose right now. It is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company.
You will keep his request in mind.
You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? Oh well, that wishy-washy answer will have to do then. Oh my word, how you do astound me. Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is safe with me. So, now that that's settled, first, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
他要给他做 fighter 吗？因为有 dwarf 过后可能会拉进来，还是 arcane art magic。我自己本身也是 wizard。finesse dexterous art martial art。他讲他是 fighter 来的。
Very well. Onwards then to victory or
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between
courtesy on time.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include your majesty, your royal highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, my lord. As your luck would have it,
I'll see how that.
fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it.
To control them, the party member you control have a go highlight on their portrait. Hmm. 他没有什么剑给他剑呢？给他剑。不要了，给他剑。OK。helmet 很丑啊。 走先，你带头。不知道去哪里，去这里看。
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused. The cat's eyes are clouded. It appears confused. The cat's eyes. It appears confused, and yet somehow compelled to continue.
拿钱，懂得，小孩。
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
这是你的吗？
1, 2, long dead as a creek. 3, 4, to shells of the shore.
Game save. Respawn. Hmm. 我这边也算多人。 我可以不要嫌弃。Shift。那边不知道什么事情，好像有很好像有什么incident发生。我先去 explore 别的地方呢。 不懂有什么用。熬念也是好事。哼。我还希望他那个可以 zoom 更out一点，有什么办法可以 zoom 更 out 一点哈？啊妹，捐了。他没有还我，我也不算真正找到了。来去看那边 incident 发生什么事情。
Stay back, Sorcerer, and stay silent. Our godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Quietly muse that if they want to kill a lot of the minister in chat at once. So that whether she telling to lies will find out by mutilating her.
Stay silent, you!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
Oh no.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Characters that are not avatars will automatically give their own answer. 可怜哦。哦，阿图莎的嘞。F5 quick save, F8 to quick lock.
Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. The Divine Order's all that stands between everything you see and a Voidwoken's throat. Any traitor to them is a traitor to us all. Believe it or don't. The Divine Order doesn't need our loyalty. They'll save us in spite of ourselves.
我不用每个跟他们讲话。不可以偷拿这里。去 control。我 level 2了。level up， 我可以加什么 ？damage base weapon。memory。wait。geomancer， 我觉得我是被 poison heal， 我 focus poison 很好，是不是？ Necromancer heals you whenever you deal direct and damage directly to vitality. 现在有 fire 啦 increase vitality damage, physical armor, and magic armor of your summon totems. Physical damage you deal. Geomancer. Battering. Ugly skill. Lucky charm.
Teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth, you filthy cud chewer. Where's the oil?
Have your cud.
Disgusting. Just like all your kind.
我想 thievery intelligent 吗？还是 constitution？ intelligent。 你呢？给你 strength。 给你 strength。 dual wording。 我现在是 dual wording 吗？给他 dual wording 了。 200 persuasion lucky charm 叫他拿重的货。 You should. Help me teach this beast
comes for you next.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is not...
Lone wolves decide their own
哎，
business.
你在这里。
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
This fan bands best 你在这里。Hello D。
Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions. Especially not for elves. Griff's orders.
Food? Protection? I have neither.
The intense-looking man stands beside you against the thugs, shooting you an appraising glance. Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat on my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Nathan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with...
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and pauses. His fingertips feel your...
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
Here's a task for Alfred when he mentioned no usfade.
He shrugs, looking...
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here? The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right? Road. It's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got...
什么是 wayfarer?
What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are.
Split the party, taking the portrait away from another, taking a chain to connect them. 看起来那个女的在哪里？
The
So, this is Fort Joy.
Surely you have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Scram! Snake face ain't fit
Oh,
for beasts.
excuse me. Oh, I'm very tired. Abominably tired. Beg your pardon.
I got that special shipment you was asking after.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf. This clown caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. He supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy.
这边有一个，楼上有一个什么？那个 quest。
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Well, he runs this place and everyone in it, including you. Careful. Don't want to catch Griff in a bad mood.
那个女的跑哪里去了？我救她不见掉了。喂，你在这里？
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube.
这个好笑。
Glad there's nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means?
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours. Dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Not much more to say about it, I guess. Papa Joris used to tell me, Losa, he'd say, Losa, you ever find yourself in a sinking ship, follow the rats. They'll find you a way out. Applies to a lot of situations, actually. Vermin tend to know what's what. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit, well, a bit hospitable.
Like a rakish apple. Hmm. 你好，你好，欢迎来到游戏直播间呢。但是我觉得我这个直播应该不会太过迟了，我要早点休息了是啊，明天还要去做工。So it's going to have to elaborate.
Ha! What I mean is, look, you've never been a host, right? That's because you're like a clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a God's damn gold star inn for the disembodied. Now, isn't that just the question of the hour? I can't be sure just yet. I'll be surprised if it's a demon. Definitely not.
Maybe Spectre.
Maybe a spectre. So, how are you enjoying the joy?
Accommodation exceptional.
Yeah? I was just thinking the same sort. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve. So you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the
Enchanting shoot slash summon steal.
Whatever your little black heart.
我自己是做 steal 啦，
What'll it be?
我叫他做 summon 可以吗 ？Enchanter， 微飞页是什么职业啊 ？Finance， Enchanter。
Sounds fine. Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way. Well, duh. I'm sure that disguise will fool most people, but I'm a very sensitive and most fleshy folks aren't really alive anyway. Don't sweat it. Now, let's go.
又加了一个 Loser。 这个青色点是谁？是我啊，是这个。我是不是会找到他们全部人？那个 dwarf 在哪里？哈。
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
Nebora.
Come again? You another friend of Niles? I told that Magister freak to get back to his little dungeon in the keep, and I'll tell you the same. Now get the hell out of my face!
这边这么多人可以 interact。
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them? Then you're in the wrong place. We run this.
你呀、我要做什么？轮得到你讲吗？可是我找不到那个 elf 跑去哪里去？
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take good luck with your friends, though.
不知道你要干嘛。
Please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. Oh, bless you, bless you. She's been missing for Irma's her name.
Irma.
About as high as your hip, black of hair, a quiet
child.
Not prone to wandering off. I'm sick with worry, completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind too. It's so unlike her. Yes, of course. Here,
Armando.
you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her. My little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel.
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to ya? Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Matters a cooker, that one, and twice as loud. Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child of hers, killed by a Voidwoken she was. Been dead and buried for a month now. Never even stepped foot in Fort Joy. And there ain't no amount of hollering.
他的孩子不见了哈。Mark that as west left switch in the to toggle multi-select mode. Press right mouse button to view a level option for selection. 看能够吗？不能够，应该是 right shift 啊。哦。这个全部都是可以拿 craft scroll 的 useless magical potential。 瑞了啊！暗恋，喂！open 你，放这里，放这里，放这里，一直看到。钱，我到手，我要看他的那个玩偶，不知道为什么不能看。我找其他人。Camp kitchen。
Glances from his blade to you and back again.
Sure. Have a
Everything there? Good.
哦，我可以这样子。是另外一次。 要按这个 ，OK， 放里面，然后打开，钱放进去，跟你讲话。
He says that I am a thief. Perceptive. Like most men behind bars,
I'm innocent. Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking for a way out? I do. I prepare it myself, but you guess I need something too. I know a way out. I show you. And you help me out of here. Trust is all we have here. I do not counterfeit. I have honor. Finally, Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. In case you haven't noticed.
他们怎么都会讲呢？
I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of bread, a potato or two. Nothing great. You understand. Thank you.
Hey, Freshie. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. If I did, I wouldn't give them up to you. Griff sent me, not you. Look, I'm Griff's right hand, and I'm...
随便你了，小姐。这边有那个下面有那个，这个是什么嘞？好像很多地方走这样。想去找其他的那个人呢。你这边躲着干嘛？
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into one of your neck's vertebrae.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking. I see. It does so satisfy to have a purpose in life.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in bone. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free. Of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape. How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible. I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard, after all. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Of course you are. Or do you mean to tell me memory is so fleeting within the hollows of that windswept head of yours that you don't recall me running my dainty tongue along your arm? This may strike you as, rather eccentric, but the thought of traveling with one such as yourself quite enthuses me.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly. You can't help but contemplate with both dread and delight the absolute darkness at the heart of her cat's eyes.
Yes, this will be jolly good fun. Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is
stealth.
The quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours. Suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead, then follow me. But wait, you seem to have quite a few followers already. We'll be far too conspicuous traveling in a caravan like that. Return to me once you've culled a couple.
所以他只能够4个。你在看什么到底？这样子，我们下一话再那个啦，下一话不啦，习惯录制视频了，我们下个直播再继续咯。这个直播我们在这里暂停。我看一下有什么 mod 可以让我增加我的 companion 到6个，我很想玩6个，因为刚刚好6个人嘛。暂时先这样子啦。谢谢大家来到 RS6 Game 的游戏直播间了，一起来玩这个 Divinity Original Sins 2啦。如果大家喜欢这种 turn-based game， 然后有故事性的，现在是可以买啦。虽然说 Voidwoken 现在是最新的，他们做的 game， 这个现在有 offer， 在 Steam 有 offer 可以买来玩了。今晚就到这里，